peony covered in buds should be one of the easiest signs that a spectacular bloom season is on the way. But every spring, thousands of gardeners walk outside, see fat, healthy-looking buds swelling on their plants, and assume flowers are only days away. Then something strange happens. The buds stop. They never open. They never rot completely. They never turn black. They just sit there, tightly closed, week after week, while the rest of the garden moves on. What makes this problem so frustrating is that the plant often looks perfectly healthy. The leaves are green. The stems are strong. The buds are fully formed. From a distance, nothing appears wrong at all. Most gardeners blame fertilizer. Others blame ants. Some assume the plant simply needs more time. But one of the most common causes has nothing to do with feeding, insects, or patience. In fact, many peonies fail to open because of a problem that can develop long before the flower is supposed to bloom. And unless you know exactly what you're looking for, the buds can fool you into thinking everything is fine. The surprising part is that some gardeners accidentally make the problem worse while trying to help. Extra fertilizer, extra watering, even well-intentioned treatments that have almost no chance of opening the flower. The good news is that once you understand what's actually happening inside those stubborn buds, the solution can be far simpler than most people expect. But first, there's a reason healthy peony buds sometimes become trapped in the first place. And it starts with a hidden condition many gardeners have experienced without ever knowing its name. That condition is commonly known as bud balling. If you've grown peonies for a few years, there's a good chance you've seen it without realizing it. The flower bud develops normally through spring. It swells, gains size, and reaches what appears to be the final stage before opening. Then, instead of unfolding into a bloom, the outer petals begin sticking together. From the outside, the bud still looks alive. That's what makes balling so deceptive. The flower isn't necessarily dead. It isn't always diseased. And in many cases, the plant has done everything right up to that point. The problem is happening on the surface of the bud itself. One of the biggest clues appears after periods of cool, wet weather, a stretch of rain in May, several damp mornings in a row, heavy humidity lingering around the garden. Many gardeners noticed that their peonies looked ready to bloom just before the weather changed. Then suddenly, the buds seem frozen in place. The reason comes down to the delicate outer petals that protect the flower before it opens. When moisture repeatedly collects on those tightly packed petals, they can become sticky and compress together. As the flower tries to expand, the petals struggle to separate naturally. It's a bit like trying to open a book whose pages have become lightly glued together. The flower is still pushing from the inside. The outer layers simply aren't cooperating. What's especially interesting is that not all peonies respond the same way. Some varieties can go through a rainy spring and open without much trouble. Others seem incredibly sensitive to moisture and humidity. That's why two peonies growing only a few feet apart can behave completely differently during the same season. And that difference leads many gardeners to the wrong conclusion about what's actually causing the problem. Because the next assumption sounds logical on the surface, but it's often one of the least effective things you can do when a peony refuses to open. That assumption is that the plant must be hungry. When gardeners see a flower bud stall, the instinct is understandable. The bloom isn't opening, so the plant must need more nutrients. A handful of fertilizer gets sprinkled around the base. Sometimes a second application follows a week later. Occasionally, gardeners reach for bloom boosters, hoping to force the flower into action. The problem is that by the time a peony bud has reached full size, the plant has already invested most of the energy needed to produce that flower. The bloom was being prepared months earlier. In many climates, some of the processes that influenced next year's flowers began during the previous growing season. So when mature bud suddenly refuses to open, a nutrient shortage is usually not the primary issue. Think about what you're seeing. The bud already formed. The stem already developed. The plant successfully carried the flower to the edge of blooming. That tells us the peony had enough resources to get remarkably far through the process. What often stops the flower isn't a lack of energy. It's a mechanical problem. The bloom wants to open, but physically can't expand the way it was designed to. This is why extra fertilizer frequently produces no visible improvement. The bud remains closed. Days pass. then more days, and the gardener becomes even more convinced that something serious is wrong. Meanwhile, another clue is quietly sitting on the surface of the bud. Experienced peony growers sometimes notice it immediately. They gently touch the outside and find that the bud feels unusually firm, almost as if it's wrapped in a thin layer of glue. In some cases, the outer petals appear slightly brown at the edges. In others, the bud simply feels sticky. These small details can reveal far more than any fertilizer label ever will. And once you know how to identify them, you can often tell whether a peony still has a realistic chance of opening, or whether the flower has already passed the point where intervention is likely to help. One of the most useful things a gardener can do at this stage is take a closer look at the bud itself, not from across the yard, not from the patio. Up close, a peony affected by balling often gives off subtle signals that are easy to miss unless you're looking for them. The bud may feel slightly soft in some areas, but stubbornly tight around the outer petals. You might notice a glossy, sticky surface where moisture and natural plant sugars have dried together. Sometimes the bud appears as though it's trying to crack open, with a faint line showing between the outer petals. Yet days later it hasn't progressed at all. That stalled appearance is important. A healthy peony bud nearing bloom typically changes noticeably over a short period. It expands, loosens, and begins revealing petal color. Even cool weather usually doesn't stop that progression forever. A ball bud often looks almost identical day after day. And here's where many gardeners become discouraged too early. Not every stalled bud is lost. In fact, some are surprisingly close to opening. The flower inside may still be perfectly viable. The challenge is that the outer petals have become a barrier. Professional growers and experienced peony enthusiasts have known about this issue for decades, especially in regions where spring weather swings between rain, humidity, and cool temperatures. It's one reason peony shows and exhibition gardens sometimes monitor developing buds very closely during wet periods. They understand that a beautiful bloom can be trapped just beneath the surface. What's fascinating is that the solution isn't focused on feeding the plant at all. It isn't about changing the soil. It isn't about adding a special product. Instead, it addresses the exact thing preventing those petals from separating. And it takes less time than most gardeners spend filling a watering can. But before trying it, there's one more misconception worth clearing up, because it involves one of the most repeated peony myths in gardening, and believing it often sends people searching for the wrong fix entirely. That myth centers on ants. For generations, gardeners have been told that peony buds need ants in order to open. It's one of the most persistent beliefs surrounding the plant. And at first glance, it's easy to see why. Every spring, peony buds become covered with ants. They're crawling over the surface, moving in and out of folds of the bud, and often appear to be working on the flower itself. Then, when a bud fails to open, some gardeners assume the problem must be a lack of ants. Others worry that removing ants somehow prevented blooming. But the science tells a different story. Peony buds naturally produce a sweet nectar-like substance on their outer surfaces. The ants aren't there to open the flower. They're there because they're attracted to that sugary secretion. In other words, the ants are visiting the buds, not operating them. Researchers and horticulturists have observed peonies blooming perfectly well in areas with very few ants, while buds affected by balling can remain closed even when ants are present in large numbers. The timing creates the illusion. People see ants and blooms together and assume one causes the other. What they're really seeing is two separate events happening at the same time. Ironically, that sticky substance attracting ants can play a role in why some buds become trapped. When combined with repeated moisture, humidity, or cool wet weather, those outer petals can begin adhering to one another. The flower inside continues developing. The outside struggles to release it. And once you understand that, the solution starts to make much more sense. Because the goal isn't to stimulate flowering. The goal isn't to feed the plant. The goal is simply to help those outer petals separate naturally, so the bloom can continue the process it was already trying to complete. That's where a remarkably simple technique comes in. A technique many experienced peony growers reserve specifically for buds showing the classic signs of balling. It takes about 30 seconds. It requires no special products. And it targets the exact problem that has been holding the flower back. The technique begins with something most gardeners already have access to: clean, lukewarm water, not hot water, not cold water straight from a hose, and not a fertilizer solution, just plain water that's slightly warm to the touch. The reason temperature matters comes down to the petals themselves. When a peony bud has become bald, the outer layers are often coated with a combination of dry plant sugars, moisture residue, and tightly compressed petal tissue. Those layers can act almost like a thin adhesive, holding the bud shut. Lukewarm water helps soften that sticky surface without shocking the delicate flower tissues. Here's the method many experienced growers use. Take the affected bud and gently wet the outer petals with lukewarm water. Some gardeners pour a small amount directly over the bud. Others dip the bud briefly into a container of clean water. The goal isn't to soak the entire plant. It's simply to moisten the outer layers that have become stuck together. Then comes the part that surprises many people. You wait for about 30 seconds. During that short period, the moisture begins softening the outer petal surfaces. Afterward, inspect the bud again. In some cases, you'll notice the petals have already started loosening on their own. In others, the bud may begin opening naturally over the next day or two as temperatures warm and the flower resumes expanding. What's important is resisting the urge to force the bloom open. This is where good intentions can turn a salvageable flower into a damaged one. Peony petals, especially just before opening, are delicate. Pulling them apart manually can tear the petals, distort the flower shape, or shorten the life of the bloom once it finally opens. The water is doing the work. Your role is simply to remove the obstacle. And while this method can be surprisingly effective for buds affected by balling, there's another detail that determines whether it has a reasonable chance of success: timing. Because a bud that's merely stuck is very different from a bud that's already beginning to decline, and knowing the difference can save you from spending time on flowers that are unlikely to recover. Timing is often the difference between helping a bloom open and discovering the problem too late. A bud that is still alive and actively developing usually gives you encouraging signs. It feels firm. It continues holding its shape. If you gently look between the outer petals, you may see healthy petal color inside: pink, white coral, or deep red depending on the variety. The bud appears stalled, but it still looks fresh. That's the ideal stage for the lukewarm water method. The flower is ready to bloom. It simply needs help overcoming the barrier created by balling. On the other hand, a bud that has begun deteriorating tells a different story. The bud may feel mushy rather than firm. Large portions may turn brown or black. The surface can become shriveled instead of swollen. Sometimes the bud stops growing altogether and starts drying from the outside inward. At that point, the issue is no longer just stuck petals. The flower itself may be declining, and no amount of water treatment can reverse tissue that has already died. This distinction explains why gardeners sometimes report completely different results from the same technique. One gardener catches a problem early and sees the bloom open beautifully. Another tries a method after the bud has already started deteriorating and sees little improvement. The treatment wasn't necessarily the issue. The timing was. There's also an important lesson here for future seasons. If you experience balling once, your garden has already provided clues about what conditions contributed to it. Perhaps there was a week of steady rain just as the buds were swelling. Perhaps humidity remained unusually high. Maybe the peony sits in a location where air circulation is limited and moisture lingers on the buds longer than expected. These observations become incredibly valuable because they point toward prevention rather than rescue. And prevention is where some gardeners notice a dramatic difference from one spring to the next. In fact, there are a few simple growing conditions that can reduce the likelihood of balling before it ever starts, especially for peony varieties that seem most vulnerable to this frustrating problem. One of the biggest factors is air movement around the plant. Peonies are often planted for decades, and over the years surrounding shrubs, perennials, and ornamental grasses can gradually grow closer and closer to them. The garden still looks beautiful, but the environment around the buds changes. Moisture remains trapped longer after rain. Morning dew takes longer to dry. Humidity lingers around developing flowers. Those conditions create a much friendlier environment for balling than many gardeners realize. That's why peonies grow in open, breezy locations often experience fewer problems than identical plants tucked into crowded borders. The difference isn't the health of the plant. It's how quickly the buds can dry after becoming wet. Sunlight plays a role as well. Peonies generally perform best with plenty of light, and sunlight helps remove excess surface moisture from developing buds. A bud that dries relatively quickly after rainfall is less likely to remain stuck than one that stays damp for extended periods. Interestingly, some of the most spectacular peony varieties are also among the most susceptible to balling. Large double-flowered peonies, with their densely packed petals, can be particularly vulnerable during wet springs. Those massive blooms that look so impressive in catalogs often contain far more petals than simpler flower forms. More petals mean more surfaces that can become compressed together when conditions are unfavorable. That's one reason gardeners sometimes notice single and semi-double peonies opening normally, while nearby double varieties struggle. The weather affected both plants. The flower structure determined how each responded. And that brings us to an important point that often surprises new peony growers. A year with severe balling doesn't necessarily indicate a long-term problem with the plant. In many cases, the same peony that struggled through one unusually wet spring can bloom beautifully the following year under different weather conditions. Understanding that can save gardeners from making drastic decisions. Because one of the most common reactions after repeated bud failures is to assume the plant is in the wrong location, or worse, that it needs to be removed entirely. Yet the real answer is often far less dramatic, and it reveals something important about how peonies have adapted to the environments we grow them in today. Peonies have been cultivated for centuries, but they still respond to weather in ways that no gardener can completely control. A cool, dry spring and a cool, rainy spring may look similar on a calendar. To a peony bud, they're entirely different experiences. That's why experienced growers often judge a peony season not just by how many buds formed, but by what the weather did during the critical weeks before those buds opened. A plant can do everything right. The gardener can do everything right. And a stretch of damp weather can still interfere with a handful of blooms. Understanding that removes a lot of unnecessary frustration. It also helps explain why the most successful peony growers spend more time observing than reacting. They watch how quickly buds develop. They notice which varieties struggle after rain. They learn which areas of the garden stay damp longest. And when they see the early signs of balling, they know they're dealing with a specific flowering issue, not a mystery deficiency that requires multiple products and treatments. That's really the lesson behind the 30-second lukewarm water method. The goal isn't to force nature. It's to assist a flower that was already trying to open. A simple response to a very specific problem. And sometimes that's exactly what good gardening looks like. Not doing more. Doing the right thing at the right moment. The next time you find a peony bud that looks healthy but refuses to bloom, take a closer look before reaching for fertilizer or assuming the flower is lost. Check whether the bud is firm. Look for signs of sticky outer petals. Think back to the recent weather. If balling appears to be the culprit, a little lukewarm water and a few moments of patience may be all that's needed to help that flower continue the process it started weeks earlier, because beneath those stubborn outer petals, there may already be a beautiful bloom waiting for the chance to finally emerge.